Jack Grealish. From vital and colourful member of Manchester City's treble winners to being dropped a year later for England's tilt at Euro 2024 glory is a sobering trajectory for a footballer whose bubbly personality and talent for making mugs of. Defenders give him an X-factor Gareth Southgate may regret leaving behind. GAWANG PATAH has summarized for you. Jack Grealish pays price for season of stasis with England omission. Gareth Southgate may have cause to regret dropping wide man, but player may benefit from summer of recuperation. Jack Grealish. From vital and colourful member of Manchester City's treble winners to being dropped a year later for England's tilt at Euro 2024 glory is a sobering trajectory for a footballer whose bubbly personality and talent for making mugs of. Defenders give him an X-factor Gareth Southgate may regret leaving behind. The manager's exclusion of the wide man makes Grealish the biggest casualty for form reasons as England head for Germany next week. Maguire has been a mainstay of the Southgate era, but the Manchester United defender misses out owing to a persistent calf injury. Grealish, though, can and should feel unlucky because the manager's cull of him from the initial 33-man party can, too, be traced back to reasons of physical infirmity during a campaign with City that was ruptured by a serious dead leg than a groin problem. This limited Grealish to 10 Premier League starts and 10 substitute appearances, with 3 goals and 1 assist. In a disappointing end to his season, he featured as an unused substitute in City's last 3 matches, including the 3-1 win over West Ham on the final day of the league campaign that sealed the historic 4th consecutive championship, and the 2-1 FA Cup final defeat by United. This pushed Pep Guardiola into a defensive Grealish after the Wembley disappointment in which his manager stated, "He's struggled this season. Jack will be back at the level of last season, I'm pretty sure." On Monday against Bosnia and Herzegovina, he seemed to be a near half-hour cameo from the bench, showing an ability to turn it on when required. In an audition for a place in Southgate's final squad graced by the precisely flighted ball that dropped sweetly onto Trent Alexander-Arnold's toes for England's volleyed second in the 3-0 victory at St James Park. At 28, too, Grealish is streetwise at his peak, has 4 years' experience of working under Southgate, and during the last Euros the Birmingham-born player proved he can be a game-changer when really required. After entering in the 69th minute of England's last 16 game against Germany with the score goalless, Grealish launched 2 of his familiar lissom-legged runs down the left. They came on 75 and 86 minutes and were each followed by a cross that enabled first Raheem Sterling then Harry Kane to score, as Germany were dispatched. COVID meant the tournament was played in summer 2021, and though Grealish was an unused substitute in the penalty shootout defeat by Italy in the final in July, a month later he became English domestic football's most expensive player when he transferred from Aston Villa to City for £100 million. Now came the evolution from the unfettered maverick who had been his boyhood team's captain and totem to hard-edged footballer whose first term at the champions was a fight to learn the spatial demands and differing attacking and defensive rhythms of Guardiola's City, as 22 Premier League starts were made and 3 goals and 3 assists contributed. In the following season, the Catalan side became immortal by claiming the title, Champions League and FA Cup, and Grealish was a key member of the 11. Here Southgate benefited too, as Guardiola completed his remodeling of Grealish, who blended menacing wing play with discipline and adhered to the rigid positional play demanded by the master coach while having the license, still, to launch driving runs from his left-sided berth. There was only 1 more league start, plus 2 more goals and 4 more assists, but Guardiola now trusted Grealish in the games that mattered. He started both legs of the 5-1 aggregate Champions League semi-final win over Real Madrid, the 2-1 cup final victory over United, and the 1-0 Champions League final win over Internazionale that sealed the treble. After the 8-inch hematoma that caused his dead leg in September, Grealish was chosen by Guardiola in the 11 that beat Urawa Red Diamonds 3-0 in the FIFA Club World Cup semi-final and defeated Fluminense 4-0 in the final. But still, his difficult season continued, and it finishes, now, in the searing disappointment of Southgate's rejection. With his curtain-style hairdo, warm brummy brogue, and liking for a beer, as his post-treble celebrations illustrated, Grealish is a throwback to a more off-the-cuff era when football was populated by many more Jack-the-Lads who made it to the very top thanks to sublime talent. Now, though, when England kick off their Euro 2024 challenge on June 16th against Serbia in Gelsenkirchen, he is forced to watch from a sofa or sun lounger. But after the injuries and a season of stasis, the chance to recharge properly may prove a blessing in the long term.